So yeah, am I legal in California? No, according to the California CARB people, but according to DOT, they don't care.
You know that I'm a trendsetter. You wish that you can do better. No, won't let them. We go forever and ever. I go and create the pressure. You wish that you can do better. You wish that you can do better. I know that I can do better. I'm so in love with the chatter.
I don't know what it is right here, but something smells freaking amazing. Now I'm hungry.
Need to change the way I'm living. Never sleeping, I'm tripping. This is forever and ever. We live forever and ever, yeah. We go forever and ever, yeah. You know that I'm a trendsetter. You wish that you can do better. No, won't let them. We go forever and ever, yeah. I go and create the pressure. You wish that you can do better. You wish that you can do better, yeah. We go forever and ever, yeah. Ooh, we go forever and ever. We go forever and ever. Real hustlers don't sleep. Cat naps all week. On a mission for the green. I've been at it since a teen. No pillow talk, no tea. Out the way, keep it cheap. Shawty told me she a freak. Whap, straight E. We go forever and ever, yeah. You know that I'm a trendsetter, yeah. You wish that you can do better. No, won't let them. We go forever and ever, yeah. I go and create the pressure, yeah. You wish that you can do better. You wish that you can do better, yeah. We go forever and ever, yeah. You know that I'm a trendsetter, yeah. You wish that you can do better. No, won't let them. We go forever and ever, yeah. I go and create the pressure, yeah. You wish that you can do better. You wish that you can do better, yeah.
All messed up today. As you can see in the time lapse, I threw the straps and then pulled them back off because I was like, I don't need a twist in them because they're going to be under the tarp. And then I got up there, rolled the tarp out, and realized that I rolled the wrong tarp. I rolled the one without the flap. So, but it'll still be good. I have this is covered in the front, that'll be covered in the back. There you go. Once I wrap that around, and then I was going to throw the 6-foot on this one and through the 8-foot with the flap. So I'm not batting 1,000 today. So, not too bad. I got that thing snugged up. I just took all this excess up in there and then used that around as the flap. And then this one, I was gonna do the straps over, but the D-rings didn't line up. They'd have been hanging down about right here, these right here. And if I would have done it using these, all this would have just been flapping up underneath there. So yeah, I went ahead and ran the straps under and then the tarp over. All the excess I just folded up right here, threw the tire on it, strapped it down. But Not too bad, not too bad. I was a little short right here, but that's not an issue. I'll be all right. So, time to hit the road. I think 4,500 miles, or $4,500 on 1,650-ish. So, not great, but it's not bad. It's like $273 a mile. And rates coming out of California today suck. They weren't that great for 25,000 pounds and under. But anyway, I've already done the walk around. Everything's buttoned up. Oh, so I wanted to address something real quick. Running in Cali with an older truck. People do it a lot. I see them all the time over here. Just in this little facility alone, that truck, the one up there that's finishing tarping, and one that had already left. All three of them I know are older than 2007 because they don't have a DEF tank on them. And they're plated for California. The one guy I talked to, he said he didn't know what he was going to do next year. And I explained the route of going and moving the business to another state and plating in that state. But I called a couple weeks ago because I wanted to get a definite answer, right? So I called the California DOT, the port of entry, because they're generally easy to get a hold of. And the guy I spoke to, his exact words, verbatim, was, we could give two shits about emissions. We don't deal with that. So I was like, oh, okay. So if I pull into a scale with my older truck, y'all are not gonna look at anything. He said, no, we don't. That has nothing to do with us. That is CARB, the California Air Resource Board. I was like, okay. He said, man, I got a friend that's an inspector for CARB. Let me call him up real quick. So he put me on hold, called his friend up, and what his friend told that officer was that they mainly stay around the southern border of California where the older trucks are, and they pull them over down there. Now, CARB doesn't have the right, or whatever, the legality to pull you over. They have to be with a DOT officer. DOT officer can pull over any commercial vehicle no matter what. So that's how they enforce the CARB, the emissions issue, or they sit at a weigh station. But according to his friend, he said, man, we don't mess with out-of-state people. We mainly catch the trucks coming in from Mexico, being driven across the border from Mexico, and we cite them because most of theirs is older. You know, he said when California passed that law, most of your older trucks went across the border. So I have no clue where my phone is. There it is. I did also call CARB, the California Air and Resource Board, and they were quick to give me the answer. They were like, nothing older than 2010, doesn't matter. She said you can buy, I forgot what the permit's called, but it's an annual permit that allows you to run up to 1,000 miles in the state of California. It's a limited I think she called it a limited mileage permit. But you can do that. But most people say screw it, run it. Like I said, I see a lot of older trucks over here. So yeah, am I legal in California? No. According to the California CARB people. But according to DOT, they don't care. They have nothing to do with emissions, so I'm fine. The only way I'd get called, of course, is if CARB is with DOT or at the weigh station. I'm not sure exactly what that fine is. I've had several people tell me different things. I heard one was a $10,000 fine, one was a $2,500 fine. I heard someone say it was a $3,800 fine. So I don't know what it is, but according to everyone I talk to when I'm over here, anytime I see an older truck that's over here in California, I always ask them, you know, hey, do you drive California pretty regularly? And do you have any issues with CARB? And they always say no. That one guy that pulled out earlier that was in a 2006 Kenworth said he's seen CARB one time at the Blythe weigh station. He got pulled in. They never said anything to him. He just went on through the station, the weigh station. Yeah, so I guess he got green lighted through. But and then I talked to another guy that was a car hauler. He actually, his wife was driving a Ford F550 or F450 with a 5-car Infinity trailer, and then he was in a Peterbilt 9-car Stinger. And I asked him, because that Peterbilt was I think he said a 2002. That sucker was clean, but he said, man, and you know, since they started doing all this emission stuff, he said, I haven't seen a CARB enforcement agent in the last 8 years. So anyway, that's the deal with running an older truck in California. Like I said, is it legal? According to CARB, it's not. Or, you know, according to California. According to DOT, they could give two shits. So it's a risk you take, basically, you know, on whether or not you get caught. As long as the money's good over here, you know, if I'm somewhere that I can't find a load that pays well, but there's one going to California, I'm gonna take it. 'Cause generally, you know, you can get out of California for a decent rate. You know, today was an okay rate. We had another one that was lined up. It was a 5-stop hot tubs, 11.5 on 2,600 miles. But they required a low pro. Technically, my trailer is a low pro. A low pro, from what I've seen, is 3 foot from the ground to the top of the deck. My trailer all the way up till about 8 foot from the step deck is 3 foot, and then right there by the step deck I'm 3 foot too, because of the, you know, the semi sitting up higher, and I've already lowered the leveling valve, so I can't really lower it too much more. But anyway, we're fixing to hit the road. Y'all be safe. We'll holler at y'all later.